everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Some serious pride on the line in this contest as these two divisional rivals take the field together for the first time this season. Almost a playoff atmosphere surrounding the game between these two bitter opponents. It's the Jets going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's head on down to Miami, where we'll hand it over to the two men calling our game. That's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to rain-soaked Miami, Florida. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. The children will grow. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. And now this offensive unit, we get a look at their starters. They put up good numbers last week, looking to carry that forward.
Yeah, Brandon, they saw the numbers from last week. They expect to at least replicate them. They think that they can put up bigger numbers this week. They are a confident bunch.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense. Still second down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding time. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And a look at the defense now. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he fends him off. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, the offense will cover this one up back at the 5-yard line.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here's the Jets punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it'll be Dolphin football. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a look at the man under center, now in his 8th season in the National Football League. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete to open things up. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Well, they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. And the play clock's running down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Holding offense. That penalty has declined.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. And now out come the Jets. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds up past the 15-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. So they go out of the gun, try to delay it on the draw, but nothing there.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They sniffed it out and made sure there were no gaps for him to run. If you're the offense, though, you have to think to yourself, maybe I go play action down the road.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. And now you've got to make the change up. And it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
And quickly, the starting 11 now for the New York defense.
Muhammad Wilkerson is one of the most versatile defensive linemen in the league. You can play him at any spot and expect big-time production.
Play clock winding down. They'll look to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. On third down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They come out here in the I. Time running out here on the play clock. On the give, this is their fullback. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll set up to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
The previous play is under review. After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. That time, a 6-play drive, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. New York set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Still first down.
And they'll go on the ground. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 4 yards there on the carry. Gets it back to 2nd and 11.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
He's going to look deep now for Landry. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right at the 35. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Jets defense, we watch them get set to go now. And last time out they got scored against, their offense hasn't given them any help to this point. So maybe they need a stop here.
A stop obviously would be nice, not critical at this stage of the game, but one of the things that you want to find out from your defense, are you really ready to play? After giving up a touchdown on the last drive, let's see if they have a little bit better spark, a little bit better bounce in this series.
We'll see if they have that spark and that bounce right here. And on 2nd and 10 now.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run. Probing now early to try and get things done later.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. The play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And New York set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They'll run it now out of the gun. They can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
At the end of one, 7-0 is our score, and we'll be back to South Florida after this. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Out of the gun now on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Holding offense.
Here's the Jets punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at about the 28.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue landing.
Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete.
Holding offense.
Yeah, that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, here we go. Green.
He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Now let's go. Blue landing.
They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Fielded at the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets take possession. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. He's got time. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now. They made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be taken down at the 18. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
He'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a first down.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
They'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A big play there for the Dolphins. 30 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Play clock winding down. A give to the fullback on the dive. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
first.
They'll set up a throw. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Frank's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
This is taken at his 4. A little 360. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So they're operating in the red zone.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's the option going right. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And, boy, the payoff was good.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. A reminder that coming up at halftime, we'll join Larry Ridley in Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. So we look forward to that.
And I'm looking forward to some air conditioning.
I bet you are. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved.
False start, offense. Still 3rd down.
Now the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down. 3rd and 5. And here's motion again. And that's going to be 2 in a row.
False start, offense. Still 3rd down.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This is fielded at the goal line. Spinning past him. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Leopard! Over! Now let's go! 3-19!
And they'll run it here. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Here we go now.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. first kick 47. This one looks good as well. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando, and with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Larry Ridley.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. Both teams have arguably played well enough to be leading at this point, but you see the score and realize this one may very well come down to the wire. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Midway through the second quarter, coverage breaks down here, and the play will come to an end after a gain of 30. Dolphins would later turn it over on a fumble. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando for the call of the second.